Well, well, well. Good evening, everyone, wherever you are globally around the world who may be listening to me. I'd like to welcome you to a Makeup Live audio for Friday, November the 16th. Yes, I am a few days behind. My most humble apology. Thank you and welcome to my Aisha Speaks Jade Facebook page, where, of course, I am none other than Aisha, affectionately known as Jade. So, I had started doing awareness, different types of awareness based on every month. So I just decided to make it smarter and easier for me, as well as hopefully bring good content to you. My goal was to do two this evening. I'm not quite sure. All of a sudden, my technology went crazy. My mouth was doing better, but it's beginning to come back to the pain. So I'm not going to overdo it. What I accomplished this evening will be good, and I will accept it, and I will move forward. So this evening, I want to bring to you National Epilepsy Awareness Month for the month of November. So I'm going to do my best to read off to you and speak to you as much as I can before I end this evening. This pain just came out of nowhere, people. Oh my goodness. So again, this is for National Epilepsy Awareness Month for 2018. So everything you need to know about epilepsy. So it breaks it down to epilepsy symptoms, triggers, whether or not it's hereditary, causes of epilepsy, diagnosing epilepsy, the treatment for it, the medications for it, the natural cures for it. I just added that in because, of course, I'm not going to tell anyone not to take medicine. How I feel about medicines for my personal opinion is me. But for those who believe in the medication system, or perhaps you believe in the medication system and you want to incorporate natural cures into it, I just feel like make sure you do all of your research, ask lots of questions, and get second opinions. So again, there's surgery for it. There's, of course, definitely diet when you are when you have epilepsy, the behavior of epilepsy, living with it, the cure, facts, and statistics. And so I put a website, I attached a website to this to this Makeup Live audio so that you can further read. Even if it does not affect you, perhaps you know of someone that does have epilepsy, and maybe you can educate them on it as well and share resources and tools. So, what is epilepsy? Epilepsy is a chronic disorder that causes unprovoked. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. Let me just stop. I may have covered the mic. If I did, I do apologize. So again, what is epilepsy? Epilepsy is a chronic disorder that causes unprovoked recurrent seizures. A seizure is a sudden rush of electrical activity in the brain. There are two main types of seizures. There is generalized seizures, which affect the whole brain. Then there's focal or partial seizures, affect just one part of the brain. A mild seizure may be difficult to recognize. It could last a few seconds, during which you lack awareness. Stronger seizures, can cause spasms and uncontrollable muscle twitches and can last a few seconds to several minutes. During a strong seizure, some people become confused or lose consciousness. Afterwards, you may have no memory of it even happening. There are several reasons you might have a seizure. which can include high fever, head trauma, very low blood sugar, and alcohol withdrawal. Epilepsy is a fairly common neurological disorder that affects 65 million people around the world. In the United States, it affects about 3 million people. Anyone can develop epilepsy, but it's more common in young children and older adults. It occurs slightly more in males than in females. They say there is no cure for epilepsy, but the disorder can be managed with medications and other strategies. So, what are the symptoms of epilepsy? Seizures are the main symptoms of epilepsy. Symptoms differ from person to person and according to the type of seizures. So, there is focal seizures, focal partial seizures. A simple partial seizure doesn't involve loss of consciousness. Symptoms include alterations to sense of taste, smell, sight, hearing, or touch, dizziness, tingling, and twitching of limbs. Then there is complex partial seizures, which involve loss of awareness or consciousness. Other symptoms include staring blankly, unresponsiveness, and performing repetitive movements. Next, there is generalized seizures. Generalized seizures involve the whole brain. There are 6 types. The first would be absence seizures, which used to be called petit mal seizures. Cause a blank stare. This type of seizure may also cause repetitive movements like lip smacking or blanking. There's also usually a short loss of awareness. Next, there's tonic seizures. Cause muscle stiffness. Atonic seizures lead to loss of muscle control and can make you fall down suddenly. Clonic seizures are categorized by repeated jerky muscle movements of the face, neck, and arms. Myoclonic seizures cause spontaneous, quick twitching of the arms and legs. And lastly, tonic-clonic seizures. It used to be called grand mal seizures. Symptoms include stiffness of the body, shaking, loss of bladder or bowel control, biting of the tongue, and loss of consciousness. Following a seizure, you may not remember having one, or you might feel slightly ill for a few hours. And of course, you can learn more about epilepsy symptoms. So next is, what triggers an epileptic seizure? Some people are able to identify things or situations that can trigger seizures. A few of the most commonly reported triggers are lack of sleep, illness or fever, stress, bright lights, flashing lights or patterns, caffeine, alcohol, medicines or drugs, skipping meals, overeating, or specific food ingredients. Identifying triggers isn't always easy. A single incident doesn't always mean something is a trigger. It's often a combination of factors that trigger a seizure. So a good way to find your triggers is to keep a seizure journal. After each seizure, note the following, which would be the day and time that it happened, what activity you were involved in, what was happening around you, unusual sights, smells, or sounds, unusual stressors, what you were eating or how long it had been since you eaten, your level of fatigue, and how well you slept the night before. You can also use your seizure journal to determine if your medications are working. So note how you felt just before and after your seizure and if there were any side effects. Make sure that you bring that journal with you when you visit a doctor. That way you can discuss with your doctor these type of, like the symptoms before or after, like how things made you feel. Okay. It could be useful in adjusting your medications or even exploring other treatment options. And again, you can also learn more about living with epilepsy. And so next will be, is epilepsy hereditary? Now I'm pausing real quick because my daughter wasn't born with epilepsy. She's an adult now. And I'm going to definitely say within 8, maybe going on 9 years is when I found out. Really, I found out about it when we were in the Philadelphia surrounding area that, she just kept falling out and they mentioned epilepsy. But I really didn't get the full understanding or the full, this is what she has, until she moved to Atlanta. I was in California and it was getting worse. And so it was fully confirmed that she had epileptic seizures. And so now that she's an adult, moving forward, and I don't know if our kids or, people who we love or care about really understand that when you have these different illnesses, how important it is to make sure that you get yourself to the doctor and be honest with the doctor about what's going on with you and get first, second, or third opinions following up if you don't understand. Because we have one life, right? And I understand that we all, and I speak it about myself. I do not have epilepsy. However, I do have health issues that need to be taken care of. And so understanding that if we don't take care of it, it can strongly or potentially get worse. And I know a lot of times, a lot of us also don't like taking care of taking medicines or even going to the doctors. I get it. But we're going to have to go somewhere to a professional to see what's going on about ourselves. Because believe me, when it is untreated, whether it's you taking medications from big pharma or, you're not taking anything at all, you're making it worse. And the worst case scenario, as we all know, is death. And I don't think if we can avoid that, and we can't avoid it on a long term, but if while we are here and breathing and can do what we need to do, again, whether it is taking medication, taking big pharma, or incorporating big pharma with alternative ways, let's do that. Understand that we need money. Yes. But my life, I don't know about you guys, but my life, my health matters. Because I used to be the same way. I just got discouraged, stopped going to doctors, figured I could do it on my own. And again, everybody has a different preference. My preference is that I am down to 2 pills, 2 big pharma pills. My goal is continuing to educate myself to get off big pharma and use my alternative, which is Healthy Place Botanicals, which I'll talk about that in a little bit. That's my goal. Okay, but to each his own, and I'm not knocking anybody. So please, I say this to all people, and whether you have epilepsy or not, if you have an ailment or if you have something going on, at least get an idea of what it is that's going on within your body, physically or mentally, and then you can take it from there. Educate yourself. It's very important to educate yourself with what's going on with your body. Money is great, but your life should mean more to you. Your health should mean more to you. I just had to pause, okay? I just felt like I needed to say that. Yes, I am a mother of an adult daughter who lives with epilepsy, and I try not to be overbearing, but I, have to let her know the importance that you have to take care of your body. Okay, that job will be there. And if they're understanding like they say they are, which I know a lot of these jobs are not, hey, my life matters. Okay. And as well with anybody else. If you have epilepsy, if you have anything going on with you, take care of your physical and or mental being, because without that, you're not going to be able to perform at your job to the best of your ability. Without without your physical or your mental stability coinciding and working together for you to work. So I just had to say that a little bit. So where I left off at, is epilepsy hereditary? Honestly, I don't even know where she got that from, because I've never been diagnosed with epilepsy. To my understanding, on the other on the father's side, I've never heard anything like that. So don't know where that's coming from. But some of the things that I've read, stressors, overeating, eating bad, poor diet, poor just your well-being in general is not working correctly. When those things are not working correctly, I can see how these symptoms could happen. So there may be as many as 500 genes that relate to epilepsy. Genetics may also provide you with a natural seizure threshold. If you inherit a low seizure threshold, you're more vulnerable to seizure triggers. A higher threshold means you're less likely to have seizures. Epilepsy sometimes runs in families. Still, the risk of inheriting the condition is fairly low. Most parents with epilepsy don't have children with epilepsy. In general, the risk of developing epilepsy by age 20 is about 1%, or 1 in every 100 people. If you have a parent with epilepsy due to a genetic cause, your risk rises to somewhere between 2 to 5%. If you have a parent If your parent has epilepsy due to another cause, such as stroke or brain injury, it doesn't affect your chances of developing epilepsy. Certain rare conditions, such as tuberous and neurofibromatosis, can cause seizures. These are conditions that can run in families. Epilepsy doesn't affect your ability to have children, but some epilepsy medications can affect your unborn baby. Don't stop taking your medications, but do talk to your doctor before becoming pregnant or as soon as you learn you are pregnant. If you have epilepsy and are concerned about starting a family, consider arranging a consultation with a genetic counselor. So what causes epilepsy? For 6 out of 10 people with epilepsy, the cause can't be determined. A variety of things can lead to seizures. So here are some possible causes: traumatic brain injury, scarring on the brain after a brain injury, which is a post-traumatic epilepsy, serious illness or very high fever, stroke, which is a leading cause of epilepsy in people over age 35, other vascular diseases, a lack of oxygen to the brain tumor or cysts, dementia or Alzheimer's disease, maternal drug use, prenatal injury, brain malformation or lack of oxygen at birth, infectious diseases such as AIDS and meningitis, and genetic or developmental disorders or neurological diseases. Heredity plays a role in some types of epilepsy. In the general population, there's a 1% chance of developing epilepsy before 20 years of age. So if you have a parent whose epilepsy is linked to genetics, that increases your risk to 2 to 5%. Genetics may also make some people more susceptible to seizures from environmental triggers. Epilepsies can develop at any age. Diagnosis usually occur in early childhood or after age 60. So how is epilepsy diagnosed? If you suspect you've had a seizure, see your doctor as soon as possible. A seizure can be a symptom of a serious medical issue. Your medical history and symptoms will help your doctor decide which tests will be helpful. You'll probably have a neurological examination to test your motor abilities and mental functioning. In order to diagnose epilepsy, other conditions that cause seizures should be ruled out. Your doctor will probably order a complete blood count and chemistry of the blood. So blood tests may be used to look for signs of infectious disease, the liver and kidney function, and blood glucose levels. So an EEG is the most common test used in diagnosing epilepsy. First, electrodes are attached to your scalp with a paste. It is a non-invasive, painless test. You may be asked to perform a specific task. In some cases, the test is performed during sleep. The electrodes will record the electrical activity of your brain. Whether you're having a seizure or not, changes in normal brain wave patterns are common in epilepsy. So, imaging tests can reveal tumors and other abnormalities that can cause seizures. And some of these tests might include a CT scan, an MRI, or a PET. So it is usually diagnosed if you have seizures for no apparent or reversible reasons. So of course, how you can treat it is you can get on certain medications, nerve stimulator. You can do a diet, a ketogenic diet. And those are for more than half of people who don't respond to medication benefit from this high fat, low carbohydrate diet, a low carbohydrate diet, and brain surgery, which is the area of the brain that causes seizures. Activity can be removed or altered. So it's, again, there's different medications, side effects, which can be fatigue, dizziness, skin rash, poor coordination, and memory problems. There is a wealth of information. I'm going to stop right there because I am in some pain in my mouth, but there is a wealth of information on the website that I attached on this live audio, on this Makeup Live audio. Please research, do your due diligence, educate yourself, inform other individuals, even if it does not apply to you. If it's someone that you know that may have epilepsy, or they're showing the signs of possibly having a seizure, please help them. Okay? Inform them, educate them, give them the resources. I hope that this was informative, even though it was brief. If I can be of assistance, by all means, let me know. Reach out to me. I won't stop with my daughter because my 2 kids know I don't care how old you get. I'm going to encourage. I'm going to recommend. I'm going to suggest. But I know at the end of the day, it is up to them. But that's not what I want to hear all the time. Because I want to instill in them that your life matters, your health matters, and if there is something going on, and that could be for anybody, not just my family members, but to anybody. If there's anyone that I know that has something going on, including myself, I have to take accountability for myself. And again, I do not have seizures, but I know that I have things that's going on, and I have to remind myself as well. Like, your job will be there, girl. You need to go take some time and go to the doctor, which I got to go for my mouth because it hurts. So go to that doctor, get what you need to be taken care of, ask questions, and so forth. Now, what I was speaking on is that I do have an online business called Life's Total Wellness .healthyplacebotanicals.com. Again, the website is Life's Total Wellness .healthyplacebotanicals.com. It is a CBD without the high. Okay. You cannot get high off of this. Plus, I'm not doing anything illegal. It is sold in all 50 states. Okay. I do not sell the cannabis part of it. I sell the CBD hemp part of it. That is without the high. It is 100% organic. I just got off a call this evening from a doctor. I believe he was based in Maryland. And he had an awesome business informative call this evening. I'll be more than glad to tag you guys in any of the calls that I get. Again, it's 100% organic. I am waiting actually for my products to come. I like to be a product. I like to be a product of the product, so to speak. So there's a number of different essential oils. All you have to do is Google it and do your research like I do my research and see what the benefits of everything is. You know, a lot of times we have a lot of inflammation in us. You have frankincense and myrrh that if you don't want to take it internally, you can put it on your body. It still goes through your body into your bloodstream and still does the same type of effects. We have CBD tea drops where you can, you know, if you're open to drink tea or you are a tea drinker, get some tea. I preferably like my green tea. You can put a couple drops up in there with some honey and put green tea in it, and it's a delicious taste. You have peppermint that you can take internally. There's a variety of different benefits, and it's organic. essential oils, and it's vegan, and it's, non-GMO and gluten free. So go to my website, check it out. And again, anything that you want to research on there, research it, Google it for yourself, see what all the benefits are. I have black seed oil, then I have black seed oil with pumpkin oil in it. It has a variety of great benefits. There's always testimonies on here from individuals. They're testimonies, not, that fake. Okay, so again, it is Life's Total Wellness. So that's LifeSTotalWellness. Life's Total Wellness healthyplacebotanicals.com. It is my online business store. Please take a look. Any questions, definitely get back to me about that. I want to thank you guys. I will be back tomorrow. Not really feeling too good all of a sudden. I don't know, it's just odd, but it's all good though. I'm going to be accountable for my life. So thank you guys. I want to welcome each and every one of you to my social media platforms. Of course, I am on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and I have a YouTube channel. You can find me under all of them, which is Aisha Speaks Jade. Again, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and my YouTube channel, Aisha Speaks Jade. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the notification bells. If you're on all, if whatever you may be on as far as your social platform, like me, join, leave me comments, questions, concern. I will answer them to the best of my ability. What I don't know, I will let you know I don't know, but I will find the answer. So thank you again. Always remember self-care. Self-care is not an option or a choice. It is a necessity. It is part of your life. Okay? Your life matters. I don't care what color you are. Your life matters. My life matters. Your health matters. My health matters. Do yourself that favor and take care of yourself from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. Know your worth and know your value in your personal life, your well-being, as well as your professional life. With that being said, much positive vibes, great energy, and I will see you next time. Namaste and Ashe. Be good to yourself.